So you're working on your story, but you need help creating a good main character. Hey, how's it going? My name is Imani, and on this channel I talk about art and comics. Keep watching because I'm going to give you my 5 tips on what I think makes a good main character. Before I explain my 5 tips, I need to first explain what I mean by good main character. When I say good, it doesn't mean that the character has to be a hero or that the character has to be a good person, a likable person, or have good morals. No, that's not what I mean. What I mean by good is, are they good enough to carry a story? The main character is what the readers and the viewers have to see for majority of the series, and if the character is boring and uninteresting, then the story will suffer from that. Tip number 1 is to establish the goal for the main character. But money, what's a goal? Goal meaning the object of a person's ambition or effort, an aim or desired result. Simply something that a person is reaching for. You have to get to point A to get to point B. This can be anything from getting a new job, falling in love with someone, finding something, becoming something better, etc. Examples of goals from popular characters, we'll start with Naruto Uzumaki. This goal is to become the strongest ninja in his village. So that's what a goal is, but why does a main character need a goal? Well, every action the main character takes should involve their goal. Whether they succeed or fail, having a goal makes a character have a purpose, and it lets the readers know what their purpose is in the story. But money, how do I give my character a goal? Well, if you want to know how to give your main character a goal, first you need to ask yourself these 3 questions. What is the main thing your character wants to achieve? Why do they want this? How will they accomplish this? You can make this very simple at first, and then be a little bit more complex when you know more about your own character. Tip number 2. Give your main character a weakness/disadvantage. A what? A flaw, drawback, sickness, poverty, limitations, the state or condition of lacking strength, an unfavorable circumstances or condition that reduces the chances of success or effectiveness. A weakness. I'm going to take My Hero Academia for this example and use my boy Midoriya. He lives in a world where the majority of the population has superpowers and he wants to be a hero. Unfortunately for him, he's one of the rare ones who wasn't born with superpowers. He's also very fragile, a bit of a coward, and doesn't know how to use his powers when he eventually gets them. But money, why does my character need a weakness? Hold on, there's something more annoying, to me in a way, than when the main character is unstoppable all the time. It's boring to witness. Disadvantages give main characters a compelling journey. As readers, we tend to care more for the main character when they're the underdog. It answers the question, how will they overcome their disadvantage to achieve their goal? So I'm pretty sure you're gonna ask me next, well, how do I give my character a weakness? Well, the one thing to ask yourself is this. If you want to write your main character a weakness, think about how their weakness could clash with what they need to achieve their goal. You could also give them more than one weakness, and by the end of the story, maybe your character will overcome all their flaws. Tip number 3. Give your main character a superpower/advantage. Superpower and then an advantage. Well, what? An ability, competence, an upper hand, the capacity or ability to direct or influence the behavior of others or the course of events. This does not mean that the main character has to have a supernatural ability. They just need something to get them an advantage when they're in a situation. I'm going to take Batman for this example, okay? He doesn't have superpowers like most other superheroes, but what he does have is genius level intelligence, which gives him an edge against the criminals and the city that he wants to protect. I don't have the manga, but we're going to pull up a picture of Emma from Promised Neverland. She's another character who doesn't have supernatural powers, but her intelligence could give her an advantage in a lot of situations. Both of these characters also have great physical conditioning. So you're probably going to ask me, why does my main character need an ability or a superpower? Main characters need powers because it makes them special. It gives the viewer something to remember about them as well. So now, how do I give my character superpowers? Money? Well, there's a lot of instances where a character can have powers. Like I said, it doesn't have to be superpowers. It could be anything. If you decide to give your main character powers, understand that it could be given at birth. It could be stolen, earned, or it could just be who they are, like their perseverance. They can have multiple superpowers, but it's good to establish one main power. It could be unique in a sense that only the main character has this ability. The main character usually has something unique about them that nobody else in the series has. I'm not saying that makes them a chosen one, but it just makes them more unique. Tip number 4. Give the main character a personality. Personality, a characteristic way of thinking, feeling, and behaving. Personality embraces moods, attitudes, and opinions, and is most clearly expressed in interaction with other people. Now, you probably ask it, why does my character need a personality? Well, let me tell you something right now. The more believable your main character is, the more easier your readers can connect to your story. And really, this goes for all your characters. So, really, all your characters need to have a personality, but we're never talking about the main character. They need to have one too. And if you want to know how you can give your main character personality, you can simply just Google up list of personality traits and find one that you think best describes your main character. Tip number 5 is coming up, but first, hit that like button if you're getting any kind of value out of this video, and let me know in the comments down below who is your favorite main character and why. Thank you, Sonya, for supporting me on Patreon. I appreciate your monthly contribution to my brand. It really helps and I really appreciate it. It warms my heart. If any of you guys want to get a shout out on YouTube, then sign up to my $1 tier on patreon.com/MadMoneyArt. Tip number 5. Your main character has to stand for something. I also like to think of this as giving your main character a philosophy, morals, or even values. Values, which means a person's standards of behavior or beliefs concerning what is and not acceptable for them to do. Remember, writing a good main character doesn't mean that they're the hero. In this case, what they stand for could be a very unpopular opinion. It could be something illegal. It could be justice, but not the justice we think. And if you want to know how you can implement this to your character, just think about this. Show this with action. Put them in a situation to prove to the readers what they stand for. Prove to themselves what they stand for, and prove to the other characters in the story what they stand for. This is very effective. Batman stands for things. One thing he doesn't stand for is killing them. And he's been put in a lot of situations, especially in the Killing Joke, I'll get that, where because Batman's morals and values are well known by everyone, especially the Joker, he put that to the test. He put his sanity to the test. He put his morals to the test. The reason why this works to me is because it makes the character even more believable. And like I said, they can stand for anything, but they gotta stand for something. In my next comic tip video, I'm gonna explain how to turn your idea into a comic/manga. Stay tuned for that. In the meantime, you can watch my latest art and comic videos right here.